Hi chums, it's Saturday morning, Saturday the 9th of April maybe, and this is a little addition to the original potato video. I'll put this up as number 2. I'm going to do something that I've heard about but I've never seen done, and it's planting potato skins. What I've gathered from this is that when people are peeling potatoes, they keep the sections that have the eye. Now, I can't see this working because there's the amount of energy that nature thinks a potato needs in order to thrive and start working. So we'll come to another issue in a minute. So that's what I think these eyes actually need. But I'm going to try putting the skins with some eye, the eye with some skin in this pot. Now it's as big a pot as some of the others, so they're getting as good a go. But I'm going to do something a bit different with this one. I'm not going to cover them very deeply. I think that these will need to get to the surface and get sunlight and water very quickly, because there's no reserves for them here. So I'll put the skins in now. So while I'm doing that, I'll tell you about another thing just now. I'll tell you what I'm actually doing. Like, there's an eye at the top there. Where are we at? The camera. See what my problem? I'm looking at the screen instead of the front of the camera. Right, I'll just take, there's eyes there, so I'm just going to take those off like that, okay? So look what we've got. We've just got barely a bit of skin there, okay? So we'll put that in there. Right, there's another one right beside it there, so we'll just take a bit off there. So there's another piece with an eye in it, okay? Now the reason I'm being so sort of miserable with the eyes, the flesh, is people tell me it's the skin, they just need the skin to grow. So I'm just going in as if I was peeling the potato. I think I've gone too close with that one. Where are we? I've gone too close with that one, but we'll see what happens. I'll be more generous with this one here, but not much, okay? So that's all I'm doing. I'm just taking these eyes off as I see them, as if I was peeling the potato. So you can see that none of them are getting a huge amount of flesh. Now, if this grows, I will be really astonished. I'm going to give this one a bit more. I'm feeling generous on this one. So let's get sort of much thicker slice than the others, but not much. There's another wee one there. So just again, just as if I'm peeling the potato. There's one there. Oh, that was close. Nearly got my finger. Where are we at now? Right, there are no eyes left on that potato, so it becomes compost now. Just slice it up and make it a bit easier to decompose. Okay, so there we are, folks. That's the potatoes in, and obviously eye side up. If these grow, I'd be really astonished, but we'll give it a go. So those are the skins. Okay, so we'll stick that in. I'll put a couple of maybe about half a centimetre, 5 millimeters of soil on top of this, so these boys can get up a bit quicker. But I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 eyes with skin there, so we'll see how they do. Okay, my mate Michael yesterday said he wondered, is this a situation where they will grow tiny potatoes that will be good for next year? So we're making our seed potato for next year. I have no idea, but we'll see anyway. I'll give these some water now, and that will get them going, hopefully, because they've no reserves. Now, coming to the water thing, I'm going to take the camera off, so please forgive any shakiness here. I've been asked to get involved in a project. I think it's called the Kanama Potato Project on Facebook, and it's a good wee group. Now, I haven't got a chance to get a real good look at it yet, but someone there mentioned the fact that I hadn't given my potatoes any water. Right, the reason for that is because I leave the potatoes for 3 or 4 days without water. They've got water in the potato for reserves for growing, so they don't need it from that point of view. It's only when the roots come out properly and they get some leaf that they'll need water, because they start transpiring and stuff. So at the moment I don't bother. The reason is because it's still cold here. Like, okay, it's about 12 degrees today, I think, but it's quite a cool wind, so I don't want to shock them either. So what I do is I use rainwater now. I don't use tap water at all. So I've got a couple of things of rainwater there. I'll top those up later, and those will get to greenhouse temperature. So whenever I water the potatoes, the buckets, the potatoes and the compost will all be the same temperature, so there'll be no shocks involved. And I think this was beneficial last year when I was doing the potatoes outside and the tomatoes inside, because I used rainwater for those. I didn't put the hose. I don't think I put the hose on them, because I've got a bath out the back here now, and I've got another bath to go over in the corner here, and I've got a big tub at the front. Why do I not use rainwater? The reason, I'll tell you in a minute. I just want to show you something else here. I've done something else. I've taken 3 or 4 tubs and filled them right to the top. There was someone, I'm sorry I can't remember your name, on that potato project, said they filled their tubs right to the top, but they also pointed out you need a big potato to get the leaves right through the stuff to get to the top. So these are 2 big potatoes here, and I think a couple of average ones here. So I've done one of each type of potato I have. Carrots, Maris Pear, Charlotte. I didn't do a Maris Piper because I didn't have one. I didn't have one left over that I hadn't planted, you know. But now I've forgotten what I was going to say. What do I say? Go back around here again. The water. Yeah, I'll start giving the plants the water in a couple of days' time. But the reason I don't use tap water here, our water quality is pretty good. But recently, I have noticed a huge amount of chlorine in the water. And I mentioned this before one time. Chlorine kills bacteria, so there's not much point in me putting it onto my potatoes and my tomatoes to kill any bacteria in around the roots. So I've started using rainwater for most of my watering now, and try to use nothing else. And I'm very fortunate that we have plenty of rain here, so it's not as if there's any short supply, and that's what I'm going to stick at, just using rainwater. And okay, there's little microbes and bugs and stuff in the rain barrels, but they're the same ones that are in the ground probably, so I can't see them doing as much harm as me putting chlorine into the plants. So I can't say, I've no scientific proof for this. I've done no experiments, but just from my own observations, I think the plants did better with rainwater than they did with water from the hose. So that's what I'm doing. So for those Kanama, is it Kanama? I think it's. I'll put a link down below for that potato project. The reason I don't water is to allow everything to stabilise temperature-wise, and then when I put the water on, the plants don't get a shock if it's too cold. Okay. So that's it, folks. That's all the potatoes done, except for the ones that are split. I haven't done those yet. They're still healing over, and I don't want to put those in and end up with problems because they've rotted and stuff. So I'll let them scar over for another couple of days, and then in they'll go. So that's basically it. So as you can see, like we have got loads and loads of potatoes. 49 bags now. These guys here are over like 3.5 feet tall now. We had some of these the other night, and the ones I used were about that colour there, and they went like a real dark brown colour. Like I don't know what colour those pots are, but as dark as that, as dark and darker in that compost. And I tore them into pieces when I was cleaning them, and whenever I went to eat them, well, when we went to eat them, the leaves had gone like compressed wet paper and formed like lasagna, if you like, at the effect of all the leaves jammed on top of one another. And they were very strong. If you like iron, you would like these, because Rosemary said that she felt like Popeye, or felt like he must feel like eating all the spinach, because neither of us had ever tasted a green with so much iron in it. So I got a recipe from, I think it's 73 Margaret, thank you. And she sent me a recipe for caldo verde, which is green broth. So I'm going to give that a go, because there's chorizo. I thought it was a Spanish dish, but I looked it up on online, and it's a Portuguese dish apparently. So you can put virtually any greens into it at all. So I'm going to give that a go, because I like wet food and casseroles and stuff. So thanks for that, Margaret. And there might even be a wee video, I don't know. So that's where we are. So the next thing is seeds. I'm going to start my seed planting today. I'm way behind everybody, really far behind. Looking at Dan and Tony and Chris and Ian, and they're all like planting tomatoes and stuff that look like small trees. But I haven't even got my seeds in yet. But I'll get there. Okay, so that's it. On to the seeds. Very busy today. I got up at 7 o'clock this morning. I was so excited about getting out here. I got up at 7 o'clock and came out here immediately to get these potatoes finished because I've been tied up this last few days, and my arm's getting sore holding the camera. You know, I hold out something for a long time. So I come down early to get these spuds done. So it's about 10:30 now in the morning, and it's getting pretty windy and wild and horrible. So I'll just get stuck into the seeds. It's quite pleasant. I don't know what temperature it is, but if we look here, it's at 10 degrees, about 60 degrees. No, it's not. It's 15 degrees, about 60 Fahrenheit, so that's not so bad. I was thinking about that thing about my arm getting sore holding the camera. Have you ever done charity collection, where you collect money for charity, and then you go home in the evening and realise you can't move your elbow because you've been holding little money cans all day, and your elbow seizes, and it's really, really painful. So if you're doing charity collections, switch from hand to hand. Okay, all the best now. I have to get some more work done. Bye bye.